Now, one other question is, you've mentioned different ways in which SleepTalk can help. Can you mention a few? I mean, this ties back to what you said about IQ and age and so on. Is there a limit? I mean, can you use this with any child in respect to his level of cognition or intelligence or impairment for that? You know what
Yes, I believe so. Over the years, we have many hundreds of case histories, and I think Michelle would be one of the lower level of awareness. There was a little, actually the case history is on the website. There was a mum, but she was also a professional in her own profession. Sorry about that. And she joined the training in Queensland. She had a young son of 3 who was giving her a great deal of grief and distress, behaviour, temper tantrums, separation, severe separation anxiety, depression, just unacceptable social behaviour. She went home after level 1 and applied the process, and she phoned me the next day. She said, "What have you done with my son?" And after about 2 weeks, she was continuing to do the process, and then one night she forgot for some reason. She was busy. The next day, the little one came back full blast. But after about 2 months, changes started to consolidate, except for one. He was so bound up, his bowels, he wasn't able to go and poo, and he was on severe medication and then of course that medication had side effects where he was always having to wear protection because he couldn't control. So level 2, we actually brainstormed this actual case history, and so Mum went home, and again, as I said, this case history is up on the website. She phoned me the next day and told me that the very next morning, after changing and adding a specific statement with regard to pooing, she was out shopping and her husband phoned her and told her that her son had gone into the bathroom to go to the toilet and started screaming at the top of his voice for daddy, 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 daddy. So daddy came running. And there's this little son of his standing with his pants round his ankles, pointing into the toilet bowl saying, "Look, Daddy, I've done poos." So we had to, I think they took a photograph of it in the end and sent it all round to the family. So as I said, one of the happiest phone calls I get is, "He's done poos in the toilet."
That is an excellent story. That's a great case story. Excellent. Now, what would be the most difficult cases that you know of in case histories, or in terms of the most difficult situations that families have been confronted with their kids? And I'm referring here to, diseases or illnesses or, stuff like that.
I wish I'd had notice of this one because I could have gone back through the records. I think the main issue that comes to mind initially, Eugene, are families where there has been separation, families where one of the primary carers are no longer there, either through death or other issues, and the child is exceptionally distressed. Many children in, what can we say, broken homes, separation families where mum and dad have separated, many of the children have a deep subconscious belief that they are the result, that it's their fault. So when consultants are working with these families, as a consultant, as a Goulding SleepTalk consultant, the skills and the documentation and the mind profile support information is very extensive, and we deal with issues like this with great sensitivity and great awareness that one size doesn't fit all. So I think the severe separation anxiety, the severe sibling rivalry, the severe anxiety and temper tantrums, there are many of those because there are many children that are suffering from those issues. There's lots of different issues.
What about there's there are many organizations right now, and there are many people who are interested in how does SleepTalk work with cases such as the Down syndrome, ADD, ADHD, ODD, and all the DDs out there, autism, and Asperger's syndrome.
Yeah, the results that we've had over the years are very encouraging, actually. My mentor and supervisor, psychological supervisor, Jeff Berger, who is a consulting psychologist here in Australia, is actually doing some research with the autistic child and the Asperger's syndrome, and SleepTalk is one of the models that he's using. I'm finding the case histories that are coming back and the work that I've done myself is that for some reason, how can I explain this? Let me explain it this way. When parents go and take their child to all the different specialists, if you like, I'd like your listeners and viewers to imagine, if you like, a very large jigsaw puzzle. And every piece of the jigsaw puzzle is relevant to a different type of therapy or a different discussion or a teacher or whatever. And the little one's been taken to all of these different people for assistance. But there is a piece missing in the middle. And if you imagine, if you like, the SleepTalk, the Goulding SleepTalk process is that missing piece of the jigsaw. You fit it into the middle, and it's as though the energy of the SleepTalk Foundation process seems to enable that mind to start to allow acceptance and apply the knowledge that is registered in the deep subconscious mind. I don't know technically, in a technical academic framework, why SleepTalk works as well as it does. I have my lay ideas, Eugen, but I can't say that we have done the research. However, there is the adjunct professor, Patrick Lowe, I think his name is, in Singapore, who is in charge of the PhD students at the Singapore Business University. He's also studied with me, and he's very keen to start some research to find out why the SleepTalk process enables these very special children. And I know it's they are so sensitive, so evolved, such, oh gosh, can I say old souls, some of them, that they seemed to, it's like a reservoir, it's like you're just giving them that extra little bit of knowledge that enables them to apply all of the other knowledge that they've been given. So we're getting some great results. I can't say any more than that, sorry.